One fact tuning into today's video, DMB 5-day forecast today. Going to have a detailed look at weather for the next 5 days across the British Isles. It's staying unsettled. There's going to be more heavy rain. There'll be copious amounts of rain, actually, and really strong winds at times as well. So the pattern from the whole of the winter so far goes on for at least the next 5 days, and probably will go on beyond that as well. Now, before I get on with the 5-day forecast, just want to mention the advertising. There's video ads on my pages at GazWeatherVids.com. Hit play on the video ad, you'll be supporting GazWeatherVids.com. Thanks so much for doing that. The websites that we're using for the 5-day forecast, got the radar picture from the UK Met Office and charts from weathercentral.de and weatherout.com. And the link to all 3 of those websites is on my links page. So this is the current radar picture. Now, this first band of rain across central and eastern Scotland came through last night and produced quite a wet evening and night in many parts of the country. But now we've got this very vibrant area of rain down to the west and the southwest, stretching through Ireland, across the Irish Sea into Wales and southwest England. That's going to be pushing eastwards and northeastwards through the course of today. Very vibrant colours in there, so there's some really torrential rain in places, possibly some hail, thunder and squally winds as well. The winds will get up with that rain, at least reaching gale force around some southern western coast, possibly reaching severe gale force. That's gusts up to 70 miles an hour or more, perhaps. This is today's very nasty synoptic pressure chart with low pressure centred across Northern Ireland and Northern England. The strongest winds is on the southern side of that low pressure, and that's really for most of England and Wales, getting a real battering from those strong winds today. So I find that band of heavy rain moving east and northeast through the course of today. I'd say some very torrential rain mixed in places, squally winds as well, hail and thunder a distinct possibility. Once that clears through, it'll brighten up a bit, but there'll still be showers coming along. Really windy today with, I say, gusts of wind up to gale force and possibly up to severe gale force around southern western coast. Will disrupt power supplies in places. It already has disrupted power supplies in some places down in the southwest, and will also have a risk of flooding once again, particularly around the coast, with those huge waves crashing in to those coastal strips. Temperature today technically mild, up to around 8 or 9 degrees, but of course with the wind and the rain, it is going to feel rather on the chilly side, if anything. Now, I think we'll find the rain dying out tonight, although it will keep going for quite a long time across Scotland. Quite a wet night up there, but eventually it'll turn lighter and patchier, I think, for Scotland. And then most places will actually turn dry through the second half of the night, with showers dying back towards the coast. Still a breezy night, but not as windy. Winds should moderate through the course of tonight. Temperatures holding up above freezing at around 2, 3 or 4 degrees. This next area of low pressure down off the coast of Portugal is going to be coming in on Thursday. That's got our name on it as it pushes northwards. It's going to bring some very wet weather, but for Scotland and Northern Ireland and Northern England on Thursday, it's actually going to be a day of sunshine and showers. Most showers could turn a little bit wintry over the high ground. For the rest of England and Wales, we'll probably start off on quite a bright note, not too bad, but it'll very quickly cloud over, and we'll find heavy rain spreading up from the south, with most of central southern England and Wales turning really wet through the course of the afternoon. Some very, very heavy and possibly torrential rain setting in across the south coast. Temperature could lift up to 10 degrees in the far south with this area of low pressure. See some warm air associated with it, so 50 Fahrenheit. But otherwise around 5 or 6 degrees and about pouring rain. Will feel quite cold. And same sort of temperatures further north as well. That low pressure will continue to produce very wet conditions across much of England and Wales on Thursday night, gradually becoming more confined to the southeast. But I think for the East Midlands, Lincolnshire, East Anglia, southeast England, it'll be pouring with rain all through Thursday night and on into Friday morning. So those rainfall totals will really be clocking up by the time we get through to Friday. Now, eventually on Friday, that low pressure is going to clear away, and then a slightly better day, ever such a transient ridge of high pressure there, almost inconsequential really, but very, very slight transient ridge ahead of this next storm system in the Atlantic. So once that rain clears away from the southeast through the course of Friday morning, not too bad on Friday, maybe a few showers scattered about, but I think there will be quite a bit of dry weather. Temperatures on the chilly side at around 6 or 7 degrees. But it all goes downhill later on. We're going to find gales and heavy rain spreading back to Ireland, Wales and southwestern England by the evening. And then that's just going to sweep eastwards through the course of Friday night into Saturday morning with this very deep area of low pressure, 945 millibars, sweeping in off the Atlantic. So it'll turn really wet on Friday night with more gales and heavy rain sweeping across the country, and clear spells and showers will follow along behind. As we move through into Saturday, well, it's just a repeat performance of today's events. Really, that low pressure is centred somewhere across northern England, southern Scotland. The strongest winds again on the southern side of that low pressure, battering Ireland, England and Wales with gales or severe gales, particularly around the coast, but very windy day everywhere. And after the persistent rain clears through first thing on Saturday morning, we'll find heavy showers or longer spells of rain being driven in on that wind. And again, there will be a significant risk of flooding, particularly on top of all the rain that's going to be pouring Thursday into Friday. So it really is a deluge coming up, to be honest, over the next 5 days. Temperatures on Saturday, rather academic. Technically it's mild at around 7 or 8 degrees, but it will feel cold in the wind and in the rain. As we move through into Sunday, I think we're going to find conditions easing a little bit. The low pressure moving away towards northern and northeastern Scotland. So possibly a slightly better day on Sunday. There'll still be showers scattered around. It won't be as windy. It'll be breezy, but it won't be as windy. And generally, I think things improving and calming down that sort of day on Sunday. Temperatures again around 7 or 8 degrees, but we've got to watch this area of low pressure around the Bay of Biscay, where that's going as we move through into Monday. There's some disagreement about this. It could glance us to the south and move through France, giving a stormy day there on Monday. It could be further north than this and really be a repeat of the events of Thursday into Friday, with more pouring rain for southern parts of England and Wales. There's some quite cold air on the northern side of that low pressure, so we've also got to be thinking, if it gets far enough north, of some wintry conditions perhaps for Wales and the Midlands. But I don't think it's going to get that far north. I think really it's probably going to move through France and give us a miss, and actually Monday shouldn't be too bad a day on that scenario. 1 or 2 showers scattered around, but mainly dry conditions. But as I say, there is uncertainty about where that low pressure is going. If it was to come further north and impact southern England again with torrential rain, then obviously that would be a very, very severe situation on top of all the rain that's coming up over the coming days. If I have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook, this is the chart for today. Heavy rain moving across the country, squally showers following along behind, gales or severe gales, particularly for England and Wales. A very unpleasant day. As we move through into Thursday, well, we're not going to start off too bad across many parts of the country. There'll be showers in the north, but mainly dry with sunshine in the south, but very quickly it'll go downhill with lots of heavy rain setting in across England and Wales through the course of Thursday afternoon, and that's just going to last then through the course of Thursday night into Friday morning. So many hours of heavy rain across central, southern and southeastern England on Friday. Eventually through Friday that rain will clear away into the North Sea, and then it shouldn't be too bad on Friday. A lot of dry weather until the evening when more rain and strong winds and gales will start to spread in to the southwest. As we go through to Saturday, we'll find that persistent rain clearing away to the east quite quickly on Saturday morning, but then lots of heavy showers being driven in on a gale or severe gale force, southwesterly wind, longer spells of rain in places as well. A calmer day for Sunday, but still some showers scattered around. And then the question marks for Monday, because we could have some quite persistent rain in the south if that low pressure gets far enough north. If it doesn't, then Monday shouldn't be too bad a day, and will probably stay mainly dry. But it just depends how far north that low pressure comes. And notice there's a snowflake symbol there across East Anglia, just indicating on the northern side of that low pressure, if it gets far enough north, there is the potential on Monday for some wintry weather. But I have to say, I think that low pressure should go through into France and miss us, but I'll keep you posted on it. Whatever happens on Monday, it's going to be a really unsettled 5 days coming up, so I'm afraid it's a case of batten down the hatchet. Wherever you go, take a brolly and your galoshes with you, because you're going to be very, very wet, torrential rain on many occasions, and certainly a risk of flooding with severe gales as well. That's it for now. I wish the 5-day forecast was better, but that's how it is. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.